Hey everybody, welcome to a full body time set. We are going to be working on a move for 1 minute, have a 20-second transition, so it's kind of a big transition time. And the reason that I have a longer transition time is because I would like for us to try to go a little heavier for the duration of the minute. So slow down the move, keep the weight up a little bit higher, and then need the 20 seconds, the full 20 seconds to get a recovery before we're ready for our next set. And we'll get all 3 sets. So we're going to be working a little bit of everything today, a lot of upper body, but a couple leg moves as well. So we have a plank, a squat, a dead row, shoulder press, skull crusher, lunge, and curl. I have a set of 20s, a set of 35s, and I'm going to use my 24 kilo kettlebell for the squats. So let's go ahead and start with a little warm up. Start on your hands and knees, and let's go straight into our cat-cows. So get your setup, shoulders right over the wrists, knees right underneath your hips. Pull the chest forward, lift the chin, slide your head back. Point your tailbone up toward the ceiling as much as you can, and then exhale round. Pull the belly button in toward the spine. See how much round you can get in your back. And then again, go the other direction. And exhale. Get your core involved, your pelvic floor. And then we're going to go a couple more, but just free form. Allow your back to rotate however you would like. Just get the spine and hips and shoulders into different ranges of motion and movements. And then go ahead and bring your shoulders all the way forward over your fingertips. Stretch through the forearms. Keep your core strong and your back neutral. So really push into your thumb and first finger. A lot of times when we end up on our hands, we put a lot of pressure on the outside edge, that pinky side edge of the wrist. And we need to have a nice, firm, evenly weighted platform in the palm. Turn your fingertips back toward your knees and sit back toward your toes so that you can stretch through the forearms this direction, getting your wrists a little bit different, especially if you spend much time on a keyboard during the day. This should be done quite often to keep the wrists and forearms happy. And then we're going to turn our hands the other direction so the palms face up toward your armpits, backs of the hands on the mat. Sit back again. And then let your elbows rotate out and then in. All the way around. Pulling out to the side and then straight ahead. Okay, sit back on your heels, shake out your wrists. We're going to go ahead and reach one arm up and over. Stretch to the side. Let your hips rotate out toward that side as well. Get a nice long line of stretch through your IT band, your lat, and up through your serratus anterior, the muscle behind your armpit. And then come on back forward into your downward facing dog. Slide your hips up and back, pedal out your feet. Again, find that nice big palm, fingertips spread out wide, and you're pushing into your knuckle pads. So you kind of have a little suction cup in the palm. Grab tight through the abdomen, pull the chest forward, and let your hips drop toward the ground. Open through the chest, pull the head back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then we're going to start our first round. So we're going to start off with a plank, 1 minute plank, and then we'll be moving into squats from there. Ready, set, and go. I like to hold on my elbows. If you prefer your hands, feel free. If you need to stay on your hands and knees, you can go into a transverse abdominis drop. So you should still find your transverse abdominis here. Those are the muscles that are underneath, kind of deeper interior core, and they're on the sides. So not all the way to the obliques, but kind of the front side of your abdomen. They are what you might feel engaged if you cough or choke or laugh. If you're very ticklish, which I am, you get a big flexion and connection and grab there. Or if you are bracing to get punched in the gut. All sorts of different mental imagery to help engage and grab through the trunk, torso, and deep muscles of the core. Finding your pelvic floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come on up, and we're going to gear up for our squats. So I would like for you to hold a goblet squat. It is more difficult, but that's what we're here for. All right, bring your weight up at the chest. Find flexion through your trunk and torso Toes point straight ahead. Pull your knees out with the toes. We're not trying to rush here. We want to be able to sustain the minute. Feel the flexion through the thighs, the glutes, the core, and you're going to feel that upper middle back as well, your thoracic spine. Sit nice and deep. Tuck under the rib cage. So the same muscles we activated and found in our plank, we want to be using here as well. Find the range that works for you. Time. All right, let's go ahead and enjoy quick down dog, and then we're going to go into our dead row. So we have 10 seconds left. All right, 3, 2, and go. Strong core again. Find your neutral spine. Remember, if you're challenging your weight for this longer duration, slow down your reps. Focus on getting your flexion where you want it, especially being in a hinged position under load for a bit of time. We need a lot of core and a lot of support. Feel your upper middle back flex. The lats are holding support. The core is wrapped all the way around. Keeping your neutral spine. 8 seconds. And time. All right, we're going to hit up our shoulder press next. Elbows on your knees. Open the chest. And then round. I thought about going with my 30s, but we're just going to get what we can here on the 20s. Activate through that strong set stance. It's your thighs, your glutes, and your core. When you get going overhead, especially as you fatigue, the tendency is to let your hips start pushing forward and to lose the connection of the core. We need the core. Channel the right energy through the shoulders and the back, soft knees. 10 seconds still to go. Time. All right. Skull crushers. Let's see here. I could hold a 20 per side. I'm going to hit up my 35 for now. See how that feels. Feel free to go up into a glute bridge if you would like. Keep the core strong and solid. Take your time. They do not need to be rushed. Feel that backside of the upper arm under load. Challenge your triceps. Relax through the neck. You have your strength and support coming from your upper back. All right, that's a good weight. Okay, now we get to go lunges. I'm going to try to hold my 35s per side. So we're going to alternate sides. And one of the legs also lunges though, because this will get our heart rate up a bit. Lunges somehow always have that ability, push the heart rate a little. So find that strong core, strong center, pushing through the front heel. Challenging our grip and upper back here as well. Lining time, your front knee and heel. Whew. All right, curls. Thankful for the long break. 4, 3, 2, and go. See if you can regulate your heart. Settle your breathing just a bit. Lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Staying out of the neck. Strong wrists. Control your drop. Five seconds. Okay, child's pose. And then we have our second set, starting with our plank or your alternate. 3, 2, and 1. Take this minute to settle your breathing. Reset your core. Find your mental capacity for your second round. Three, 2, and 1. All right, squats are next. Gear up. Remember, it's not about pace. It's about staying under load. Here we go. Feeling that load on my arms. Feel that core, hold support, neutral spine. Thank goodness. Dead rows are next. Four seconds. And go. Get your set. I like to pretend I have a bar. I'm just pulling straight back to my waist, to my hips. Feel that back build. Get under the load. "18 seconds left. Keep that neutral spine. Strong back. Time. All right, our shoulder press is next. 5 seconds. Remember, you can always hold your arms so that the palms face. If you feel that, holding the palms straight ahead can aggravate the shoulder joint. I feel like I'm pressing 30s. Sheesh. We have 15 seconds left. Oh, time. Okay, back into the legs. Gonna do lunges. Oh no, I'm sorry, skull crushers. Lie on your back. Getting triceps. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lots of flexion through the belly. Lots of flexion into the back. Lots of grip here. Depending on how heavy that bell is, you're going to be working that grip a lot. Make sure you're feeling those triceps. Keep your elbows right over the shoulders, squeezing in. Time. Now we get our lunges. Stretch through the forearms if you need. A lot of load. Okay, 5 seconds. Pack into your back. Make sure you're strong through the core. Square it off the hips. Your range is up to you. Your pace is up to you. 7 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Curls are next. I'm going to head up an alternating curl. You can stick with strict if you would like. And then we'll be able to give that grip a little break. Thank goodness. Elbows squeeze in tight. Keep the chest tall. Watch your elbow stays back under the shoulder. Control the drop. Halfway. Keep your body still, stable, lined up and stacked. Time. All right, 2 sets down. Back to the top with our planks. I may set my bell low, do more of a sumo style for squats. I won't worry about it yet though. Stay here for now. Check in, scan the body. If you're aware of your discrepancies, check in with that. So my left hip, my iliac crest, has a tendency to rotate back. So in these positions, I kind of check in, make sure it's pulled forward and down, that I have my line up, that I know my midline, that everything can stay evenly flexed side to side. 3, 2, and 1. All right. I'm going to hold my bell low. Need my forearms for the rest. Keep working load in the legs. 5 seconds. Here we go. Drop your hips. It's okay if the chest drops forward, but keep your spine neutral. And then again, be aware of those discrepancies. Any kind of body patterns, try to start finding those. Most of us have a bit, whether it comes from something that we've injured in the past, or most of us have one leg that's a little shorter than the other. You just try to find where those little discrepancies lie, and then fix them along the way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Dead rows. I like the low grade heart rate we've got. More than most of my heavy days. So I like that. Kind of a high zone 2. 7 seconds. Time. All right. Our shoulder press. Whew. 4, 3, 2, and go. At least we're pressing, not pulling. Twenty seconds to go. Finish with 1. Time. I like that. All right. Not sure about my 35 here on the skull crushers. I'm going to drop to 20. Ready, set, and go. I want to be able to do my best to sustain for the minute. That's the goal for today. And kind of keep us from getting too adapted to certain things. You can definitely see how everything else adds up. Hitting up a shoulder press at 20 pounds isn't usually that big of a try, that big of an ask for me. But obviously with all the other load, all the other work on the upper body, it's asking a lot of it today. So I like that. It's good to find a challenge in those lighter loads. Time. All right. Lunges and curls. I don't want to pick them up till I have to. 3, 2, and go. Be in control of your trunk and torso, the hips in relationship to the ground, keeping everything neutral. Legs are hip width, knees and toes line up. Under 10 to go. Time. I should have called this forearm day. 4 seconds. And go. One at a time. Find those biceps. 10 seconds. And time. Oh my goodness. Whew. Good job. Good job, good job. All right. I'm going to start off with that right leg forward, left leg back, with the left knee up off the ground. So you have your long, low lunge, and then we're going to turn our fingertips back toward that back leg and stretch those forearms. Whew. Nicely done. Very great. So you're letting that back hip flexor drop down. So the front of the hip drops, hip flexor kind of lengthens also along the side body. Oh. Go ahead and plant onto your left elbow and rotate your right arm up and back. Drop your left knee. Can you grab the foot? Oh, that gets a nice stretch through the arm, chest, and shoulder on that pulling side as well, that right side. Release there. Slide back, toe comes up in the front, square off the hip. So usually that means you need to pull that front hip back, the back hip forward, rotate a bit in the upper body. Feel everything level off. And then let's hit our pigeon. So bring your right foot across to the other side of the mat. Flex your foot. So the amount of stretch is up to you. The further away that your heel is from the back hip, then the bigger the stretch. And this will kind of get you wherever you need it. It may be in the knee, around the hip, through the glute, into the back. I feel it in the calf right now. Okay, bring that right foot back, both feet down, sit back on your heels, and then bring your left arm up and back, stretch the tricep and the right, and then let's bring that left leg forward. You're gonna keep your right knee now up off the ground, and then this time let's stretch the forearms the other direction. So we're gonna get the wrists or the palm to supinate, to be held up toward your armpit. Oof. Other side. Pull that back hip forward. That changes the stretch for sure. Okay, and then go ahead and drop onto that back knee. Drop onto your right forearm if you can. You can also stay on the hand. And then see, ooh, that guy's further away. See if you can grab your right foot and then open the chest. Feeling the quad, hip flexor, chest, shoulder. This is a great opportunity to get into your breath. Lengthen your exhales, trying to double your exhale over the inhale. Okay, come back, or you can box breathe. So take about 3 to 4 to 5 counts. Inhale. And then you take the same amount of count to hold. And then the same count to exhale. And hold again. Let's go into our pigeon. Crossing the foot over. Same as on that other side. Further away the heel is, more intense to stretch. Let's go two rounds of our box breath. So exhale all the way, and then go ahead and draw an imaginary line as you inhale from the right hip bone up to the right shoulder. So inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath while you draw an imaginary line to the left collarbone. Exhale down to the left hip bone. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hold while you draw your imaginary line to the right hip bone. Okay, go another round. And then push yourself up, back onto those knees again. Bring your left hand to the ground, reach your right arm up and over. And then the other side, take your inhale, hold, exhale, hold. All right, bring yourself into a tight little ball. So keep your hips back on your heels. Bring your forehead to the ground, your hands behind. Breathe however is natural to you, but focus on your belly, lifting, pressing against the thighs, and then as it exhales, drawing back away. All right. Fantastic job. That was a good one. They're all good in their own way. All right. I will see you again tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day.